Everyone, myself Hemant Panchal from New Catholic Mission School Jhavua. Today we are going to start chapter number 2 and this is a revision video, and in last video we completed chapter number 1, knowing our numbers, and today we discuss chapter number 2, whole number, and in this video we cover important topics related number lines, successor and predecessor, and properties on whole number. One by one I try to explain you. Now your first topic is numbers. In previous video we already explained number is a collection of digits. Okay, now in class 6 which types of number we use? So first type of number is natural number and whole numbers. Okay, now what is the difference between natural number and whole number? Okay, so answer will be natural number start from 1. Natural number start from 1, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. Okay, that means natural number start from 1. Okay, but in whole number start from 0. Okay, we including 0 in with the along with natural number, that means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Whole number start from 0 but natural number start from 1. Okay, this is a major difference between natural number and whole number. Okay, so in this chapter we discuss only whole number. Okay, so this is a number and types of number. Natural number and whole number always start from 1 and always start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. This is a whole number and this is a natural number. Now next topic is number line. What is number line? Number line is simply a line that represent the different types of numbers. Okay, once again I repeat, number line is a line which represent numbers. Okay, number line. Okay, used for showing numbers on a line. Okay, so this is the definition of number line. Number line is used for showing number on line. Now how to denote any number line? Okay, so first we draw the line. Okay, and at the midpoint of the line we denote 0, we mark as 0, and this side and this side, left hand side and right hand side. So in right hand side we take positive numbers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and so on. Right side we indicate positive number and left side we indicate negative numbers. Okay, and so on. Okay, so this is your number line. Now which number is greater and which number is lowest? With the help of number line we easily find out which number is greatest and which number is lowest. Okay, so -1 is greater or lowest to 4. Okay, which number -1 is greatest or smallest as compared to -2, which number is greatest? Okay, so in the case of negative numbers, okay, which number is nearest to the 0, which number is nearest to the 0. So in negative side, minus 1 is nearest to 0. Minus 1 is nearest to 0. That means minus 1 is greatest number in negative side. Minus 1 is greatest number in negative side. Okay, because minus 1 is nearest to 0. Okay, so and this number is greater side. Okay, if we move toward to left side, okay, we find the greatest number. Okay, and if we move toward to right side, we find the greatest number. Okay, for we take another example in positive side, which number is greatest. Okay, so in positive side, which number is nearest to 0? Which number is nearest to 0? So we can say 1 is nearest to 0. Okay, so in positive side, 1 is smallest. 1 is smallest number. 1 is smallest. This is the smallest number, and this is the greatest number. That means minus 1 is greatest, and plus 1 is smallest number in number line, because 1 and minus 1 is nearest to 0. Okay, so this is the concept of positive and negative numbers on a number line. How to show any number on number line? And question arises in your mind, what is the how to mark any number on the number line? Suppose 8, how to represent 8 on a number line? So 8 is a positive number, so positive number is right side. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8, so this is a 8. Okay, how to find out minus 4? So this is your minus 4. Okay, so this is a method to representing any number on the number line. Okay, so this is the basic concept of number line. Okay, and how to represent any number on the number line. This is a negative numbers, and this side is positive number. Okay, so now we discuss successor and predecessor. Successor and predecessor. Okay, now we first discuss successor. What do you mean by successor? Okay, successor, that means if we take any number, suppose we take 8. Okay, and question is, what is the successor of 8? What is the successor of 8? So we simply plus 1 to given number. We simply plus 1 to given number. So our answer will be 9. So 9 is a successor of 8. 9 is a successor of 8. So if you find out any successor of any number, simply 8 1. Only simply 8 1. So you find the successor of any number. Okay, suppose 101. Okay, simply add 1. So 102 is the successor of 101. Now the opposite of successor is predecessor. Predecessor. Okay, in the case of successor we add 1, but in the case of predecessor we simply minus 1. We simply subtract minus subtract 1. Okay, how to perform? So we take 7. So what is the predecessor of 7? What is the predecessor of 7? So simply 7 minus 1. We simply subtract 1 from 7. So 7 minus 1, 6. Now 101. So 101 minus 1. That means 100 is the predecessor of 101. So this is a successor and predecessor. In the case of successor we add 1, and in the case of predecessor minus 1. So this is the concept of successor and predecessor. Now last topics in your chapter 2. Okay, so and this is a very important topics, properties on whole number. Okay, this is a very important topics, so please see carefully. Okay, properties on whole numbers. So your first property is closure property. Okay, so first we discuss closure property on whole number. Okay, so what is the closure property? So if we take two whole number, first we take two whole number, that means 2 and 3. 2 is a whole number and 3 is another whole number. If we take two whole number and perform any operation, so first we perform addition. If we add 2 and 3, if we add two whole number, we take 5, and 5 is another whole number. Okay, if we add any two whole number, so we get another whole number. So addition is closed. If we get whole number in the case of addition, so we call addition is under closed. Okay, addition is under closed. In the case of subtraction, 2 minus 3, okay, that means minus 1, but minus 1 is not a whole number. So in the case of subtraction, okay, so subtraction is not closed. Okay, now we check multiplication. 2 into 3, so we got 6, and 6 is your whole number. So multiplication is also closed. That means addition and multiplication is closed. Okay, but subtraction and division is not closed. That means if we perform addition, okay, so 2 plus 6, 2 is a whole number and 6 is a whole number, so we get 1 upon 3, and 1 upon 3 is not a whole number. 1 upon 3 is not a whole number. This is your rational number. Okay, so division is not under closed. Only addition and multiplication is under closed. Okay, so this is your closure property. That means if we take any two whole number and perform any type of operation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and if you got another whole number, so you call this is closed. Okay, this is a full proof of closure property. So this is your closure property on the whole number. Now another property is commutative property. Okay, what is commutative property? For this we write an statement A plus B equal to B plus A. If we change the order A plus B and we swap the number and perform same operation, okay, if we swap the number, okay, if we swap the number and perform same operation, we got same number, like 2 plus 3 equal to 3 plus 2. Now in this case we swap the number 2 plus 3 and here 3 plus 2. 2 plus 3 5 and 3 plus 2 5. In the case of addition, we got same number 5 and 5. So addition is commutative. Okay, now we check multiplication is commutative or not. Now we check multiplication is commutative or not. So here we put multiplication sign, okay, and here also we put multiplication sign. 2 3s are 6 and 3 2s are 6. In the case of multiplication, we again found same number, same answer. So we call multiplication is also commutative. Okay. So now we check subtraction. Now we check subtraction is commutative or not. Okay. So 3 minus 2 and here 2 minus 3. Okay. 3 minus 2 is 1, but 2 minus 3 is minus 1, and this is not a equal. Okay. So subtraction is not commutative. Okay. Subtraction is not commutative. Okay. Now we check division. Division is commutative or not. A divisible by B and B upon A. So now is 6 by 2 and here 2 by 6. Okay. 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6. So here answer is 3 by 1, that means 3, and here 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6, here 1 by 3. In the case of division we got different answer. Okay. So division is not commutative. Okay. So only addition and multiplication is commutative, but subtraction and division is not commutative. Okay. So this is a commutative property. Now next property is associative property. Associative property. Okay. Associative property is A plus B plus C. Associative property is based on 3 number, but commutative property is based on 2 number. Okay. Okay. This is this associative property is based on Bodmer's rule. Okay. So according to Bodmer's rule, we first solve the bracket. In the case of solving bracket first, we got same answer. Okay. If we got same answer, so we call this operation is commutative. If we got different answer, so we can say that this operation is not a associative. Okay. So now we take 3 number. Okay. We take same number, A equal to 2, B equal to 3 and C equal to 4. Here we take same number, but we solve different number first. Here we solve 2 plus 3 first, and here we solve 3 plus 4 first. Okay. So 2 plus 3, 5 plus 4, and here 2 plus 3 plus 4, 7. So 5 plus 4 is 9 and 2 plus 7 is also 9. So addition is associative. Okay. In the case of addition, number is associative. Okay. So in the case of addition, this is a associative under addition. Okay. Now we check multiplication. Number is associative or not. Okay. Now we put multiplication sign instead of addition. Okay. Okay. So first we solve the bracket. 2 3s are 6 into 4, and here 3 4s are 12. Okay. So 6 4s are 24 and 12 2s are also 24. So in the case of multiplication, this is a associative under multiplication. Okay. So addition and multiplication is also associative. Now we check subtraction and division. Okay. Only check subtraction. Okay. Subtraction is associative or not. Okay. So first we solve bracket. 2 minus 3 minus 1, and here minus 4. Either 3 minus 4 is minus 1. Okay. Now minus minus plus 4 and 1 5 minus 5, and here 2 minus minus plus, and here minus 5 and here 3. Okay, so this is not a equal. Okay, so minus is not, subtraction is not associative. Okay, so and your now last property is distributive property. Distributive property. So for this we take an example. We take an example 125. Okay, so now we now we perform multiplication between 25 and 20. So with the help of distributive property, okay, we perform multiplication. So first we split 20 plus 5 and here 20. Okay, now first we multiply 20 by 20, 20 into 20, and here perform plus. Now we multiply 20 by 5. Okay, now 20 20 is a 2 2 is 4 and we put 2 0, and here 25 is a 100. So your answer will be 500. Okay, so and if we take if we can't take distributive property, our answer will be 25 to the 50, and okay, in both case answer will be same. So what is the statement of, so what is the statement of distributive property? Okay, so A into B plus C. So A into B plus C equal to, first we multiply A into B, now we put plus, and now A into C. Okay, so this is a statement of distributive property. First we multiply A into B, and after that we multiply A into C. So this is a statement of distributive property, and this is the last topic of this chapter. Okay, I hope you enjoy very well. Okay, and number line, successor and predecessor, and properties on whole numbers. So this is a basic concept regarding chapter number 2. I hope you enjoy very well. Thanks for watching this video.